Good morning from Uganda. It's Friday, May 9th here, and this is Eleanor Wyatt. I am the president of the Binji Ministries here in Uganda, and I wanted to give you an update. So many of you have been praying for Cyprian, the young 13-year-old boy who had a stroke last June, and he has a brain aneurysm, and he was paralyzed on his right side. We took him to Kampala. They needed many thousands of dollars for surgery, which we did not have. And so they sent him home in July, paralyzed and pretty much hopeless, and pretty much sent him home to die. They told us that. And yet, you prayed, we prayed, and in September, God healed Cyprian, at least part way. He recovered feeling in his right side, and we worked with him to walk and talk and use his arm and everything, and he was making wonderful recovery. However, he was still having some headaches, and so about a month and a half ago, we took him back to Kampala to the doctors, and they checked him, and they had an amazing story. First of all, they said, we thought this boy went home to die, and here he is walking and talking, smiling. How did this happen? And Musamba Julius, our partner, explained to them, we serve the God of the Bible, and God healed him. They said there's nothing to explain this in the medical books. And they did another scan of his brain. The aneurysm, the ruptured blood vessel, is still there. But there was no blood in his brain, so he has a hole in a blood vessel, but no blood leaking from it. And they said there is nothing in the medical books to explain how this could even possibly happen. And so they looked and discussed, and they decided that probably his headaches were being caused by the ruptured blood vessel. So it still needed to be repaired. Well, as the Lord would have it, there's a team of Indian doctors who are in Kampala right now. They had come down to teach our Ugandan doctors how to do aneurysm repair surgery. And so they got involved in Cyprian's case, and they were amazed too. They said, this boy should be dead, and yet he's walking and talking. How can this be? And we are able to say, the God of the Bible, the God of the universe, the Creator, is the one who has done this. And so they discussed and they offered to do the repair surgery at their cost, which is still not cheap. And the Father provided that money. We have had additional situation that arose because of hospital situations in Uganda, and it added another $10,000 to what we were needing. We're going, oh my. But we shared, and people like you have responded. You have prayed. Many of you have given. Some have given $25. Some have given thousands. But the Lord has provided. Of the $10,000 we need, we're already at over 7,000. I think we're close to 8,000, and it's still coming in. The doctors, the Indian doctors and the Ugandan doctors are amazed, but they have told Musamba, as we told them we're praying for the money to come in, they said, we have seen enough of your God to believe that he will provide. So God is getting the glory because of your faithfulness, because of your prayers, because of your giving. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Praise the Lord, praise the Father, and may the Lord bless you and keep you for your generosity, for your prayers, for your kindness, for your love, for a little boy that you've never even met. But because we are brothers and sisters in the Messiah, you can love that little boy and care what happens to him. And the story is being told. The story is bearing witness to these doctors from India. They're taking back a new understanding of who God is when they go back to India in a few more weeks. But they've done the surgery. Cyprian had the first surgery on last Thursday, 8 days ago, from this recording. And he's doing well. He's in intensive care. They left the wound open to let it drain, and they checked him on Monday. It's looking good, and they'll check him again either this weekend or on Monday. And if it's finished draining, then they will close up the wound, and he will, somewhere in there, they're going to wake him up. I'm not sure if they've done that yet, but they were going to keep him drugged and asleep for the first several days just to let his brain rest and recover. So we've got so much going on, and we as a ministry wanted to thank all of you who have participated, who have prayed, who continue to pray for Cyprian and his mother, Susan. She's been sick. Pray for her healing. Pray for her to have the strength to take good care of Cyprian as he recovers. They were needing upgrades to her house, to paint the walls and reseal the floors so it would be sanitary and good hygiene. He needed all new bedding as well, so when he comes home, everything will be very, very clean and they'll be able to maintain it. Well, even the very first thing, we had people respond and said, we want Susan and Cyprian to know that when they come home, the house will be ready. And they sent the money to do all that work. In fact, they'll be starting on that work on this weekend, doing the walls. And some of the men from our congregation out in Belanga will be overseeing that work. And they're so excited to be a part of that because they've been praying for Cyprian too. So this whole amazing miracle is because we serve a God who loves, a God who cares about the least of these, including a little boy from a little village in the middle of Uganda. And it's proof that he loves the world. And we thank you, those of you who pray, those of you who follow us on Facebook or the web page, those of you who give. Some give a little, some give a lot, but all of it goes to further God's work here. We are seeing his provision. We are so grateful for all he is doing. And we're so especially blessed to be partnered with people like you who also love the God we love. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he watch over you. May he prosper you. May he lead you deeper and deeper into his love. And we say to God be the glory, for he's the one that it belongs to. Have a wonderful day. Keep praying, and God bless.